So overview. Um, so the VPN RS family is hosted in the default VRF, right? Before 10.6, that all those BGP peering for EVPN RS family could only be established over an IPv4 IP address. Starting 10.6, you can use as well IPv6 to establish those BGP peering to exchange EVPN routes. So this is valid for both internal BGP and external BGP peering. What are the use cases? Consider this as a first phase to support IPv6 underlay for EVPN based VXLAN fabric. Indeed, right now there is no use case because we do not support yet the interface inside the interface VXLAN, the ability to source VXLAN traffic from an IPv6 IP address. We still have only IPv4 address supported in the VXLAN tunnel address. So that is why right now with 10.6, there is no use case. And I will show you, I will explain you that with a show of a platform where I tested this capability that, well, unfortunately, you cannot use that. So when VXLAN IPv6 address will be available, then is available, will that use case to have a full IPv6 underlay for EVPN VXLAN fabric will obviously require that we use BGP with IPv6 address for EVPN, as long as the IPv6 to source the VXLAN tunnel. Right now, this is not available. So why did we do that for 10.6? It was again a prerequisite to prepare for our capability to support IPv6 fabric underlay. So think about that as a preparation. However, if you have a customer that start using IPv6 for for BGP peering for EVPN, pay attention. This is not supported, and it will not work. Okay. So details about that. So in terms of platform support, again, all platforms for that except the 6200, and obviously no IPv6 VXLAN interface right now, as I mentioned. So something that we'll may verify later on, that was not tested. So this is again not supported, but again available in the CLI. So if, for instance, you do a dual stack, so you configure IPv4 and IPv6 for the same peer, right? You may have an issue to have the IPv6 peering coming up. It might stay at connected. So then what we have is the ability to we will make sure that we test that. We test the fact that if this is expected or if this is a problem. Okay. Then the configuration. We'll have as you can see, for any kind of internal BGP example, for instance, we have an underlay that is OSPF v3, where you will see here there is a leaf and a spine. So this is here a pure IPv6 underlay, so no IPv4. You have an IPv6 global address here that is used for peering with the next hop. So and the loopback address. Okay. So I'm just checking, obviously, for IBGP that I've got reachability for the loopback address, and this is the case here for the leaf to know about the spine and for the spine to know about the leaf. Let's move on with IPv6 BGP peering. Here, this is inside the address family EVPN where I activate the global address for that peer over the loopback address. Okay, so I'm using the loopback address. As you see, as the status, the BGP station is established, right? And let's see some best practice. So for IBGP peering, I will use the global unicast address, which is for the loopback. And consider the case for external BGP, for instance. What should I use? Maybe people would say, hey, some in the industry, you will see that there might be the ability to have a peering over a link local address. That is not supported as of now, okay? And the peering should be over a global unicast address or a unique local address. So next hop IPv6 address will be accepted with those addresses, and that would be anyhow simpler to troubleshoot and manage. Well, you could say, well, but link local address might be simpler to configure. Yes and no, because you would need to probably apply a route map to reset the next hop with a valid global address to play with the reachability of that next hop. That could be balanced with the fact that maybe next hop self would be used. So this is something that needs to be really looked at. And yeah, probably think about maybe in the future we'll probably have something like IP number interface. Okay, for that. So stay tuned on that. Okay, that's anyhow something that we will have to revisit when we have a full support IPv6 underlay. All well-known recommendations that apply for IPv4 setting for the neighbors can be applied as well for v6. So anything that is about description, the password, security, failover capability to have fast convergence, all of that apply for v6 as well. In terms of troubleshooting, well, you will just obviously look at the show BGP L2 EVPN neighbor, just to make sure that here in the slide you will have. I just cut down a little bit the text here, but in the slide deck, if you open it in edit mode, you will have the full information of the v6 peering. Pay attention that right now we do not support the IPv6 address as an extension of the command for show BGP L2 EVPN neighbors. So there is no IPv6 address you can enter here. Obviously, again, we will revisit that at the time that we support this use case. Okay, but for the time being, you have not any command of that. So you will have to do a global command for all the neighbors to find the related IPv6 neighbor that you are looking for. And next slide is about the routes that you see coming from that IPv6 BGP neighbor. As you can see, those EVPN routes will point to an IPv4 next hop. So really here a full IPv6 underlay is not possible right now. And that's really it. Huh? It's short because well, there is not so much use case.